Alright guys, Supreme Kami here. So we actually have a new standard banner. So what we're looking at right now, we have the Hyaku Shiki banner. So this one is going to be a standard banner. So for those who are wondering, is this banner worth summoning? It is 100% not worth it because this is a standard banner. So what you want to do, I think give or take 4 to 5 weeks later on, they will add this unit over on the permanent tab, and then you go over to your 4-star part exchange tickets. There you'll be able to find it here. I don't know, it's not gonna be on this reset. It's pretty much gonna be on, what is it, like probably next year. I think January timeline. That is when you'll be able to exchange the standard Hyaku Shiki. So what is good about the Hyaku Shiki, this version of it? Oh, additional download. Have they, I think there is a mistake with the lake portrait. So I'm just gonna load in and then see if they fix it. But I think that's where the download is from probably. So we'll kind of check it out after this. All right, so we loaded back into the game. So let's see. I believe the lake portrait mentioned it. Yeah, they fixed this. So what they did, because we do have the alternative attribute, that is the welfare version. We have the welfare version of the Hyaku Shiki. So what they did, prior to the download we just saw, they put it as speed attribute, which is what the other attribute was. So they clearly forgot to change it. They're like, all right, let's do it. You know, we're gonna roll out Hyaku Shiki again, but they forgot to change it on their back end. So that was that was definitely really sloppy of them in a way. But let's kind of take a look. So this one is gonna be able to go into 7 stars. So let's see, are there anything that's worth mentioning here? So oh, this one does actually have ace exclusive and then command. That's good. We love to see that. And then this, if they would have flopped this one here, you see 8,500 for the melee attack or the melee defense. If they would have swapped that one, I guarantee you this is probably a really good part. But no, I saw it wrong. But yeah, that's not bad, right? 13,000 for your actual shot attack. So that's pretty much like a good ballpark if you compare to, let's say, even some of your limited suit head parts. So that's not bad. Ace exclusive and then commander is actually a very good combo. So for anyone, let's say you're free to play, you need a good shooting base head part, I think this one is definitely going to be a real solid for you guys. The only thing that you will need is definitely a good part that you can get some parts out of from if you guys are doing like any sub slots. So this head part is definitely really good for the shooting base build. These two tags, that's really phenomenal. So torso now, let's see what's going on here. So it's 5k, it's not bad, right? So good defense or melee defense at least. Shot defense is kind of like whatever, right? But ace exclusive and then commander once again, so that's very good, obviously. And trade wise is definitely really easy to activate. You know, pretty much if you have like a savior category equipped, you will instantly gain that EX skill power boost by 35%. So it's pretty good. I'm pretty sure this is not the first time you guys seen a portrait that looks like this on a standard part. So but these combo right here, Wartag combo, yes, I'm definitely taking that for sure. It's not bad. Up next we have the arm. So the double saber shear, I would definitely check out the standard version, or not the standard version, the welfare version, just to kind of compare what kind of stuff we're looking at. So I believe we do have this one. So this one is obviously not going to be anything amazing, unfortunately. Tag wise, and this one is going to be what ace is in for space. So it's cool. Stat on this one is good. Like, look at those. Well, not the actual defense, but the base, like the base shot attack is pretty respectable. 6k. We would definitely take that. That's not bad. That's actually really good for a standard, right? Just the defense, I would like that to be higher, not on the melee aspect. Like, what? Why? I don't know. I don't know why they did that, but it's cool. It's cool. Lake part is this gonna be your standard initial charge boosting, or not, excuse me, your EX skill cooldown reduction right there. So this one is good if you need something like that. But as for standard unit, I believe, or just anything else, I believe PHBU probably has the most. So if you guys do plan to like max out a parts for like your EX skill cooldown reduction for your PHBU, this one I probably say it's not recommend it, just because we have so many better choices out there. If you're doing for the stat, I feel like don't bother with that, because this one is, you know, still going to be expensive, because if you're trying to max out the whole thing, you do need a total of 13 copies. So yeah, but stat wise on this one is 6k. for the shot attack. That's yes, pretty I guess standard ish. No pun intended. Pretty much where it should be at. But the melee defense is just like why I don't know. It doesn't ring a bell to me why this unit will have like an incredibly high melee defense. It does not. So I can't really explain that for sure. Um, so that's that. You know, nothing too special. But the back part, all right. The back part, we do have a EXQ, so we'll definitely check it out. So this one is actually the B power, B plus power max out. So this one is actually using the 79 seconds for the actual cooldown. So this one, I think this one has to be like a cinematic. If I have to, I'm definitely gonna go on Twitter real quick after this, and then see what kind of EX skill we are provided with this one. This is probably the only new one. I'm pretty sure all the other one are just kind of recycled it from the warfare version. Not bad stat, 5k or almost 6k for the base shot attack, and defense is just not there. I wish it was higher, but no. Melee defense continue to show its presence with just 8k, 7k, and etc. So that's something, right? Up next, we have the Beam Saber. So this one, they actually changed this one. So what used to be this one was the Royal Heart. So this one, they actually changed it. Ooh, this one is actually not bad. Like the overall set, look at that. You have some pretty good melee attack, like base melee attack, and you do have it accompanied with, you know, a little bit of that melee that melee defense. So that's pretty good to see. Against enemy with type disadvantage, then you gain that. I mean, like I don't know. It's kind of restricted right there. So unless you don't mind running, like I don't think it's not that you don't mind. I think you have to take into the consideration this is probably gonna proctor 1 out of 3 times. You know, 33% of the time, because when you do hop into an event, it's either like your enemy is gonna be type advantage to you, type disadvantage, or type neutral, right? So pretty much like 2/3 of the time, this portrait is not gonna be able to activate. So yeah, I don't know, man. It's kind of restrictive, so not really a recommendation in a way, but stat wise it's pretty good. So I'll definitely sub that to something else. In terms of the beam rifle now, we do have some pretty, you know, decently shot attack, so that's pretty respectable. As far as the portrait when space category, so assuming this one you either have to run it as in your tag, having the tag for space, or you're in the actual for space map, which I think both of them were actually just really, both respectively are very restricted in a way. If you talk about the map specifically, you are at I don't even know how many maps there are in terms of their specific categories. So yeah, this one is rough. But if you do run against, let's say for space map, or if you are running that for space tag, I think it's either or. You guys can definitely confirm with me on that. But you do get a pretty nice chunk of, you know, EXQ damage up, so that's pretty respectable at a very disadvantaged cost. But you know, it's definitely something for those builds. But it's definitely not recommended. It's just too niche, right? We definitely don't want something that's really restrictive and only on like a one dimensional. We definitely do want things that you are able to, you know, use it in multiple situations, right? So, last but not least, we have the bazooka. So let's see what we have. So it looks like we do have the clay bazooka once again. So dual waves, I'm pretty sure same thing. Yeah, same thing. Just this one does have a little bit of less power compared to the warfare version, because the warfare version does have a you know, alteration. So up next, let's kind of transition over to Twitter real quick. So we do have the EXQ going on here. So let's see what's going on. Let me kind of turn this down just a little bit. Hopefully it's not too loud. So we are looking at 4 EXQ in total. So Head Vulcan is obviously the worst of the worst. Just not good, right? I know I made a video talking about, you know, a possibility being good, but it's more of like a fun video. It's not really meant to be taken serious, just because there's just so many situations that Head Vulcan is just alright bad. So yeah, those two portrait or those two EXQ are pretty much identical. So oh, it's this one. So we actually do have this EXQ already. That is on the Hyaku Shiki. So this is actually, you can kind of technically call it the recycled, but I mean, like, this one is actually not, right? This one is actually on like an actual new unit. So let me show you guys the other unit that has the same, you know, EXQ animation. So it's gonna be this one is actually our first 7-star unit. we have the Hyaku Shiki. So this is the other one that has the literally the exact same animation. This one does have an alteration, obviously being a limited suit. So just this one, I think even the language, like the description, is literally word for word. So okay, so there you have it. So we do already have this EXQ, in game. So if you guys don't want to summon on the Hyaku Shiki, like the standard one that we have right now, if you guys do have this backpack, it's pretty much the same thing. So there's honestly not much of a change. Even if I do put this on this one, right? This one is like the standard version or the welfare version. Just look a little bit chunkier, a little bit more, I think, anime accurate, if you will. So if I do equip this one, right? This one is under the mobile suit variant for the Zeta. So if I equip this one, yeah, I think it looks good as well. Not bad, right? Definitely does look pretty stylish. It's just that you're not getting those two sign binders, which I think is a little bit of a difference. But you definitely can choose your poison, which either or. But this one, obviously, the limited one is just going to be harder to get. But other than that, this one, if you have the Hyaku Shiki plus the Hyaku Shiki backpack, you can definitely make it work because they are literally the same EXQ animation. But yeah, other than that, I think that's gonna be pretty much it. So do let me know how you guys feel about the new, not really new, the center version of the Hyaku Shiki. I think the last thing I do want to quickly show you guys is what kind of vortex capability we are able to get. You guys kind of keep that in mind. The center version is able to go up to 7-star, and then upon 7-star, you can obviously access whatever the alternative attribute vortex is, given you have both parts together. So I'm just gonna take a quick peek. Oh, commander, okay. So whichever port does not have the commander, guess what? You will be able to access it because if you guys do have the welfare version, pretty much every part within the standard version or the welfare version does have it. So that's actually really good. So it's not bad. Pretty good overall. So other than that, I think that's pretty much gonna be it. Just pretty much just going over the new standard Hyaku Shiki. And yeah, as far as the backpack, I think that's definitely replaceable. So since I do have the limited version already, I'm not gonna be summoning on that. And you guys better not summon it because that is a standard unit and you can get it for free given 4 to 5 weeks later. But other than that, that's gonna be pretty much it for me, and then I'll be catching you guys all on the next one.